You little fucker. What's up, baby? How's the audio on this thing? It's not really, I'm not feeling it. External. Program. Default external. Built in. You guys hearing me well? Let me get a check 1, 2. Austin, can you do me a favor? Can you log on the show and tell me if you're hearing me well? Guys, I need you in the comments. I need a little bit of the Rango Tango. Do you read me, Goose? This is the spicy lad reaching out to the saucy lady. Do you read me, lady? Not getting a lot of feedback here. Loud and clear. Let's go, Yasin Khan. I'm reading you, Goose. Jean-Claude Van Wish your fucking name was damn. What's going on? Jean-Claude, what's up? Woo-woo. I'm back. All right. Lima Charlie. In the thread. What's up? I'm feeling good about this. Does it really? Lima Charlie? Dude, you never tell me any fucking cool lingo. You were part of the military. You didn't tell me shit. Thank you, Austin. Get your fucking amateur cohorts to log in with the rest of the homies. Get them in. All right. Fuck it. I'm starting out with a rant. I'm sick of your shit, Apple. I'm sick of your shit. I'm sick of your shit. I spend too much money at your place. So I get here to my home, which I've paid for, to use the computer, which I've paid for, after sending links from my Apple phone, which I paid for, and this shit ain't working. I don't know what's going on, man. Like, we're in a prison made of apples. Because at this point, I go into these things, and if you don't update every 5 seconds to their new, like, Sierra Madre Apple Zone, whatever the fuck thing it is, you're a slave to the system, and all of a sudden everything starts to break down. I wanted to join you guys at 7 o'clock. I couldn't because I've been bullied into updating this thing, and nothing decides to work. And I'm not going to lie, I'm upset. And I think we got to stand up to these guys. We're spending like $1,100 to $1,500 on a phone, let alone all the other shit that we buy off of them. I mean, they're basically, they're the empire. They're taking over, and we got to be the rebels, guys. So I say we go to Crestline, we move into the hills, we start to band all of our strength together, and then we attack. We'll still use their devices because they're fucking sweet, but we attack, and then we have things on our own terms. So if you guys agree, please leave a comment in the chat, and I will send an evite so that everyone can get there on time. Dude, Austin, I've been past the storage lot for like 10 years now. Every time I open up my phone, I get flagged. And of course I'm not going to pay that. Of course I'm not going to pay that. I'm just going to keep on deleting pictures. I'm just going to keep on deleting pictures, and I'm going to be a curmudgeon. Because you think you're going to get my $10? This LaCroix right here costs $10. I don't have the money, okay? And I'm not giving it to your evil corporation. There's lots I want to talk about today, guys. And I'm sorry you had to catch me on this side of the fence, the angry side of the fence. But it's Jock Talk. We talk about incredible things going on in the world of sport. And I don't know. How you guys want to start this thing? Do you want some heat? How about we start with a good old-fashioned watch the fuck out for horses video. Check this buggerboo out. That's a chick. Just as dangerous as a horse. We all know that, boys. Don't let them know that we know. So clearly, trying to create a bond. Trying to create a relationship. Trying to create some kind of form of, you know, hey, how you doing, pal? You're giving him a beer. This dude jumps the fence thinking he's going to have a good time. Bit to shit. And I've been telling you guys this for years. The smaller ones are the more dangerous ones because they didn't get the genetics that made them feel confident about themselves. And his homie gets in there, There's not good lighting, so we don't really know what's going on, but you know that donkey is biting the fuck out of that guy. Look at this peace offering. Can't trust those fuckers. Just don't. Don't even bother. Don't even bother. Knicks are Pacers. First of all, basketball sucks. Second of all, fuck, both those teams suck. I don't even think I've ever watched a game while either of those guys are playing. But being that I'm from the New York side of town, I'm going to go Knicks. I don't even know where the Pacers are from, but they sound like bums. If I had to guess, Arkansas. Okay. I guess one thing I want to talk about, which is PEDs. Dude, I'm sure you guys have seen the enhanced games. They're starting to get a little bit more popular. Look at these motherfuckers. I mean, yeah, we get it. Look at this dude. This is pre-juice. This is juice. This is the dude that nobody talks to in high school because he swims, because nobody likes swimmers. And then this is the dude that everybody just says thank you when they walk by, not knowing what else to say because they don't want to get hit. And clearly the guy made it to the Olympics, but what the fuck is that? This is him putting on an outfit. I mean, I look like this, but that's because I'm a genetic freak. But this dude, you saw him go from boy who probably gets beat up so he stays in the pool to holy shit. His name is James Magnuson, which is clearly a doping name if I've ever seen one. Like, you guys know a doper just when you hear their name. Like, this is a Russian science project kind of guy. And behind the scenes of the 50 meters to history, there's a lot of good videos I got to show you guys. But there's a video, I think they already have broke the record. So the world record, 20 seconds, 0.91. And this guy never takes his head out of the water because he is now a dolphin through the amount of drugs that he's had. And his name's Christian Klakamev. Clearly another doper. That's a doping name. But am I impressed? Not really. Especially because you look like a child with a painted mustache. And you're from a foreign country, which immediately means I respect you less because America wins these medals. Just letting you know. Even when you're taking your Flintstone vitamins. I mean, come on. This is 224 weeks ago, ladies and gentlemen. And his shirt says, I think it's trying to stay strong, but this guy's not an Olympic medalist. He doesn't deserve to hold the world record in anything. I mean, I like you, guy, for trying. I don't like you for cheating. Because this body right here, if you look at that angle, I mean, my toes got more muscle than this dude. This dude's a pussy. And of course, he bypassed the rest of us hard workers and he suited himself up with a bunch of juice, and now he's claiming to get world records. Can I get a little bit of conversation in the comments of what you guys think about this thing? Because I'm the only one talking at this point. Nothing? Nothing you guys have to say about a bunch of cheaters? Oh, a whole sport designed for cheaters? Nothing? You guys aren't going to stand up for fucking sports? They're giving enhanced game athletes a milli if they break world records. Well, that's not fucking hard. You give me that much juice, I can set a world record in almost any sport. I've seen that guy. Thank you for the hat compliment. How many athletes are enhanced in the High Rocks age group? Oh, dude. I mean, I'm probably the most, no, not even question. I'm by far the most jacked guy in the Elite 15. I'm a buff motherfucker. I don't know if you guys have seen me lately, but this body, well, I don't look like that pussy. Let's just do one of these. Let's do a little screen sharing. Let's go over here. Give me a second. All right, pal. Take your sweet fucking time. Okay. So this is my body. I know. It's fucking sweet. You guys can like, comment, subscribe, whatever the fuck you want to do. This is au natural. This is the old naturale. And I'm buff as shit. The amount of dudes, oh, by the way, this is the guy who thinks he's going to win the world or, win the world record for fucking swimming. Oh, and then there's, Hunter McIntyre, buff tits McGee, the bulk pony. The amount of dudes that are in the age group in High Rocks that are drinking a little extra tea, out of this world. I sit there and I listen, man, if you're not competing for like a high level thing, you can do whatever you want to make yourself feel good. But there's a lot of people in that crew that are on the juice, on the orange juice. Primal Faith. I just want to look that up. Are you trying to get people involved with Jesus through the acts of a primal existence? Because that's a spin that you could probably get a lot of people into. That's kind of like it's almost like the Liver King, but you're selling Bibles, which I'm cool with. It'll be fun to watch, and they shouldn't get credit for world records. Yeah. I don't even think you should call that a world record. You should just give them like great time. Afterwards, it's like really great time. Really impressive bro time. Yeah. It's like when you play beer pong with people and their elbow goes too far over the table. Like it was a great shot, but you fucking cheated because that's not the sport. Like I've been playing a lot of ping pong lately, and the way that we get the first serve is we do kind of this toss game with the ball to hit another paddle. My buddy Bobby cheats so bad. And you give it to him because he's older, but it's a cheat, and we all accept it, and we all just accept that Bobby's a cheater. So these guys are cheaters, and we all just are like, yeah, cool, dude. That's cool that you did that with your time. But in my mind, I think this is really going to blur the lines. It's kind of like how High Rocks has like 6 world records a weekend because there's like 75,000 categories. Kind of takes away from it all. You know what I mean? So just saying. I hope they don't do it. I hope that somehow that pool kind of sinks into the bottom ocean before it really takes off. Andrew G, Enhanced Games 2026. Will there be more world records broken or more athletes dropping dead mid-event? Nah, you're not going to see that a lot. Yeah, Grayson, you did miss a horse video. They don't get credit for records in the official books. Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't think anybody is really reading those books. You know what I will show you, though, that is pretty sick? Let's just talk about another. Oh, dude. This one's fucking crazy. This is crazy. I mean, this guy is a freak. I don't know what he's doing with his training, but look at this, dude. The new world record, a 1.04 pace for the 100-meter static. I don't know what that means, but meaning I guess it's just a seated rower. 12.8 seconds. So look at this, dude. Here we go. Look at the size of his fucking neck and skull. Dropping down. Oh, just ripping that thing. You don't want to date this guy. That would hurt. That would hurt to be his lover. Let's go look at this dude. Another name that's Jock. You can get him as a coach if you want to just sit down and pull shit as hard as you fucking can for 12 seconds. He will advise you. I mean, he's clearly a very dedicated, awesome athlete. I'm going to give that to him. Look at the bod. Look at that bod, baby. Like that bib. This guy right here, questionable. Bizarre behind the back deadlifts. I mean, if I had to guess based on his height and measurements, this guy is probably 6'3" to 6'6". This guy looks like he's big. And if I had to guess, he's 215 to 230. Maybe heavier. I've seen these guys before. That's like a real Olympian. That's a real Olympian. So this guy's maybe a 6'3", and these guys are 6'6" or 6'8". But that's insane. I don't know if you guys remember Brian Shaw setting world records on this thing before, but I think this guy just destroyed his record. And he is a fucking tank. This erg is just begging for mercy. Look at all the plates stacked behind there. That's called a prayer. That rower, look at that little lone kettlebell back there. Just praying that the Lord doesn't take it into the next parallel dimension as this dude tears your face off. Freak. Solid ass world record, dude. Like him. I like him. Not a cheater, as far as I can tell. Not even to defend ourselves. That was too funny. That's cool. Primal Faith. Experimenting with only sugar and lean protein and getting more shredded and loads of energy. Dude. Okay. I don't know if you guys have seen, Tom, could you put that into American numbers? Because nobody cares about whatever the fuck those 19 meters are. So right here, Grayson saying experimenting with only sugar and lean protein. Dude, I have been eating so much sugar lately, only drinking hybrid fuel, absolutely crushing it. There's so much honey inside of this cup of coffee right here that the mass of honey is probably greater than the mass of the earth. So if I spun this cup to the side a little bit, whole world could tip on its side. And I'm pure veins. You can see veins shooting down my leg from my Johnson to my toe. What can I say? I like Mark Bell, but Mark Bell is a charlatan. I don't know if I trust anything that guy says. Listen, Mark, if you're listening to this, which I doubt you are, I cannot take health advice from people that are constantly dumping hormones into their body and then giving advice on training and lifestyle. Okay? And you guys shouldn't either. You guys this whole show seems to have been about doping, but you guys got to wise the fuck up. You guys got to wise the fuck up. Just saying. Get your shit together. Stop taking advice from dopers. This is what you guys do. Let me just show you the amount of dopers you guys take advice from. Let's go here. Here we go. Here we go, Hunter McIntyre. Okay. Entire screen. Share. Let's go over here. Let's go the amount of dumbasses that I've seen dupe you guys. Okay. Do you know how many of my dumb fucking friends and dumb people I know bought products off this idiot? That's on you guys. You're dumb. Looks kind of like he might be doing a lot of PEDs. Mark Bell. Let's look at the next guy that dupes you guys. You're talking about his diet right now. Oh, no way. Does this look like somebody who takes a shit ton of hormones? And your guys are taking nutritional advice from him? Oh, no way. You guys idiots? Yeah, you are. Okay, let's see here. The fuck's the name of that creepy guy? Oh, here's another one that's duping you guys. Are you talking about this super creep? By the way, if this man was in bed with me, like I woke up in prison and there was like a 500-pound man covered in tattoos, or this man in bed, this guy looks like Hannibal Lecter, and you guys buy his products. He's dreaming of putting you in a pan next to fava beans and cooking you up. Guess what? Y'all still buy his shit and take his advice. Look at these two victims he's about to take down. I've been advising you guys for a while. Yet, y'all seem to buy his shit. It's sad. 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 Yo, Lloyd Skinner, you guys can buy all builder products from thefeed.com and you guys can send it down there. Yeah, Grayson, that's not a reason. This right here. Okay. Admitting to doing drugs and then selling products that are to a bunch of people that aren't on drugs isn't all of a sudden make you a good man. It's not like you're a pious man all of a sudden. This is like one of those priests that's like, hey guys, you got to do all these things that I say. The Lord told me to teach you. And then all of a sudden, the guy behind the scenes is doing all the dirty shit that tells you you can't do. Grayson, I thought you had an education. I forgot that you aren't a real doctor. You just work at an ER and you're the person that takes the trash of the dirty needles out to the back. You pretend to be a doctor. Just because you wear scrubs does not mean you have the education to wear them. Jesus, Grayson. You've lost my respect once again. I have to take you off the show now. I wish I had the power and capabilities. ChatGPT said you're the highest odds of winning worlds. Thanks, ChatGPT. Thanks. All right. Let's keep on rolling. It's not very interesting. By the way, look at this horse video I just found. Now, it's a weird looking horse, but this idiot decided to get up close and personal with his horse. And obviously, he probably tried to ride it. Yeah, look at that. Never mount a horse from the front. I say this all the time. He's clearly got, he wasn't a real equestrian, if you get what I mean. That's not an equestrian stance. And he's dancing. That's a tiny horse, to be totally honest. And this guy's, he's probably speaking in tongues right now. Gets a little close. When's it going to happen, boys? Boom! That right there, that's like a jiu-jitsu move where you put a limb out and you just fake. I think in chess, that's when you just you throw a piece away to dupe the person and eventually make it so they lose the match eventually. Okay. Let's talk real business here. Somebody ripped a 226.50, 536 mile average during an Ironman. First comment that I like the most, Wada just started following you. This is insane. This guy right here just ripped this. I don't know how to explain to you guys how insane this is, but I don't know what his overall Ironman time was, but to do this in the middle of, let's just say, a 7-hour effort is crazy. I think this right here just made Christian Blumenfeld's marathon times look kind of embarrassing. Like last week, I was talking to you guys about how impressive this dude was. And basically, this guy just gapped Christian Blumenfeld's marathon time by almost 10 minutes. And I would really like to know what he did with the rest of the race. If anybody can get his race results, I'd be impressed. What kind of scientific facts you guys got to share? But that's insane. That's insane, honestly. I am thinking about trying to go set the world record for the 200-pound marathon. And I basically am very excited about just the idea of breaking 235 or 232 at 200 pounds. This guy would do 10 minutes faster after an Ironman, which is crazy. Sub 230 for Ironman is crazy. KB. Yeah. Yeah, it's just insane. I don't even know how. Yo, Parker, if you can send a link into the show notes of what the rest of the guys' splits were, I'll break it down. But hands down, the last time we saw something like this, yeah, last time we saw something like this, it was when that guy from Mexico ran the Ironman in Texas and then set the world record for the marathon there. Then he got caught doping. Now, I'm not accusing this guy of doping for doing well, but that's such a huge gap. So I was thinking about this. It's insane. So up until about like 2 or 3 years ago, Mark Allen in 1989 held the marathon world record back in at Kona. He did a 239, I believe, or 240. In the past 2 or 3 years, now we're down to 226. That's almost a 10% gain in performance, which is crazy. Now, this guy right here just said, Colby Patterson, the new Puma shoes he's wearing are the fastest shoes on market and 69% energy return. That is very true. I've been training. I don't know where the shoes are right now, but I raced Glasgow in a pair of like the regular Puma shoes because I like the grip more. And it was so much harder to run in those things. I've been training in the new Puma like carbon elite shoes. It's insane. Like they're crazy fast. It's got to be 15 to 20 seconds per mile, especially like it may be not on the top end, like going for a 5K, but especially over those sustained efforts, game changer. Such a game changer. Your legs just feel like they're bouncing off the ground. So I don't know. I think that performance gain is so insane that I can't even fathom how these guys have made so much progress. Part of me really thinks it's the shoes. Part of me really wishes that we got to watch people like Ryan Hall or Mark Allen be able to compete in shoes like this. Dude, what the shit? This guy, Dwepe Dave, just tried to share this information and nobody can understand it. What's the bike time? Dave, give us some data that we can actually read. Damn hillbilly. Damn. Okay. Hate when people ask questions like this. It's just soft. It's just downright soft. Guys, this is for the other show that we do, but I'm just going to bring this up. This is a speech supposedly in 1848 that Abraham Lincoln gave at Niagara Falls, which states the eyes of that species of extinct giants whose bones filled the mountains of America have gazed on Nicaragua as ours do now. Or Niagara. Sorry. These glasses make it hard to read. I don't know. Supposedly, there's giants, and even Abe Lincoln believed in them. I'm trying to get my dad and my family to kind of break this down with me about the giants, yet they're trying to avoid it, which I consider to be bullshit. By the way, this has got to be the most embarrassing and painful High Rocks finish I've ever seen. Okay, look at this extension. Clearly an athlete, because I don't have that kind of range of motion. And oh, now if I had like an ability in the app to draw, if you guys look here, look at these angles. Great angle, very athletic posture, straight arms, which we always like to see for performance. But what I don't like here and what's going to prevent this guy from getting a PR is the angle downward that way. but then that sideways angle here, and then that totally parallel angle to the floor right here. I'm just saying, dude, you're leaving performance gains out there, and probably the reason why he's failing is because he's not on Builder Sports or wearing Puma shoes. So if I had to guess, oh, that's an Adidas shoe. Look at that. What an idiot. Guys, right here, evidence. See those 3 stripes right there, guys? Adidas. Oh, Adidas. I told you guys, don't fucking wear those shoes. Pumas only. Pumas only. Anything important? Okay. Let's break this down for 2 seconds. 49-minute swim. Decent. 4:16 on the bike. That's about an hour faster than I did mine. 2:26 on the run. I did 3:24 on the run, so not an hour faster than mine. Kind of embarrassing, guy. Kind of embarrassing. A little bit. What's the overall time? What's the overall time we got on there, bud? He's been riding significantly slower than the KB. What does that mean? Christian Blumenfeld. Yeah, probably. I mean, that's 20 minutes slower than them. I think there was a guy who did a 3:54 bike and set the world record on the bike. Blumenfeld was probably only like 6 minutes off that. Overall time, 7:37. Terrible time. Guys, not going to lie, not even impressed. It was decent. Okay, here we go. 80-20 was intended for higher volume athletes, 20 plus hours. I think so. So you still get good hours and higher intent, blah, blah. I don't know what you're talking about, dude. There's a lot of armchair coaches here. A lot of them. Let's go to Strava real quick. Let's check it out. What's this all about, baby? So, guys, just recently, this guy named David Norris just won the mountain running world championships. He also holds the record for mountain marathon, which Kilian Jornet, many high-level athletes have gone to do. David Norris is a substantial freak when it comes to performance. And I'm just letting you guys know right now, this performance that he just did was sick. So this guy has won some of the hardest mountain running championships possible. And, you know, if you look at these guys in their peak hours, you got a 17-hour week. You got a 17-hour week. You know, they're good. Don't get me wrong. But it's not that crazy. A lot of 10s and 13s. You know, let's go back here. 14s. This guy just won the national title in mountain running, and he's won some of the hardest events in the world. Still, like, not even that crazy a volume, guys. We've never broken over 20. You know, I think he may even be an Olympic skier, but this is him racing. Oh, dude, we'll go to that next. It's going to be fucking sweet when we get there. Damn it. Jumping Jehoshaphat's. Okay, here we go. Mountain running championships. Dude, this is a solid, probably the most solid trail running clip I've seen. These guys are going up roads your car could barely drive up. Barely. Your tires would be spinning out. And these guys are running far faster than your High Rocks times, by the way. And look at this. Just mud, sludge. This used to be my career. Like, I was all about trail running and Spartan racing, which is such a hardcore sport, doing these just like back mountain ski runs in the summertime. This guy right here, I would undoubtedly say he's running low 4 miles. Guys are just bombing down double black diamonds, flying. This guy's got to lean backwards. So The guy who wins this event, who's not even up at the front right now, was really only logging on average, I would say, under 14-hour weeks the majority of his buildup. So when people think that you got to just be cranking all these hours, you're wrong. Like, even if you guys go to my page, I dropped off my volume significantly. Look at this. So this was me in the off season, just doing big bikes, travel right here. And then this was my buildup. Literally from here, this is when I got home. And then you just kind of sat around here. But look what ended up happening. Look what ended up happening, boys and girls. I've been running up and down this mountain right here for 11 years. It's probably the most competitive climb. This is probably the most competitive climb in all of Malibu. And I've had athletes from around the world come up and run this thing, and they've done it on their own accord. But you got Nicole Miracle, multiple-time world champion. You got Jim Wamsley, who's probably the most competitive trail runner in the world right now. And this dude, I was only 38 seconds behind him. Or no, it was a minute behind him on this one. But I dropped my volume a shit ton. And I just did the hard ass work that was necessary. And I'm just letting you guys know, you don't got to get caught up in those crazy those crazy hours. So don't freak out. And no, it's not 17 hours of running. It's just not, pal. But let's talk about another kind of mountain running now that I got you guys here. Let's just nail this. Probably the most impressive feat in athletic recent history, the triple Lindy. Oh, the grace, the athleticism, the spectacular. Look at that. Look at the triple Lindy from the side. Oh. Now, check out this angle right here, guys. We have the straight leg, which shows basically core, hamstring, and glute strength. And then we have the V shape with straight arms, which is a sign of control and grace. And he keeps that shape as he continues to spin. And then his landing, he stuck it. Look at that control. So the guys, this is at the Chase the Cheese, which we've discussed before. Everyone's going down the hill to get the cheese. And this beast bypasses everybody else and probably became the most famous person on the internet for a day. I don't know if anybody knows his name. I actually watched videos of him being removed. Check this out. Okay, so we're going to start right here. He leaves the ground right here. Now, this is probably a 6-foot tall man. Let's just say that these are in line. And I think the guy lands all the way down here. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's how far he travels. And he goes out of the frame. I think this dude maybe covered 50 feet of hang time. Just saying. Pretty fucking impressive. Do you know who's replacing Meg at Worlds? No, I don't. No. That dude weighs less. Yeah, that's true. Have you ever been to Innsbruck, Austria? Nah. Nope. Nope. Man, that mountain running thing was sick. Oof. Oof. Let's finish on some interesting stuff. Now, I try to look at these records. You can't really get a lot of information about it, but I don't know. You guys remember how I said the guy ran across Australia? Check this dude out. Matthew Bonney, a Belgian dude, I think. Matthew Bone. Maybe. What is that flag? He just set the world record for the most amount of distance run in 48 hours. So you guys know the Cocodona 250? Yeah, this guy did the Coca I don't give a shit 301 miles, 0.426 in less time. So the 250, this guy did 51 more miles in less time. And I'm sure the terrain's different, but I mean, it's insane. That's crazy, crazy. How do you spell this guy's name? I'm going to copy. Let's just see if we can get him over here. Yep, that's more of my giant thing. Oh, wow. This guy is actually famous. Here we go. Let's break him down. Unfortunately, now he's a cripple. Wow. Averaging almost a 6-minute kilometer. Shit, man. That's awesome. What kind of shoes is he wearing? Never seen those kind of shoes. What a beast. He looks so happy. Why are the Europeans so much happier than us? Look at him. He's just a happy ass dude. God, I love that. God, I gotta love that. I mean, he's been doing some shit. I mean, it's kind of annoying it's the same post over and over again, but looks like he likes dogs. Anything interesting about him? He likes cold. China, maybe? Not a lot to gain out of here. I don't know what to tell you guys. This guy just likes to work out a shit ton. Smashes waves. That kind of stuff, kind of like before how we talked about the guy who set the world record for the most amount of distance covered on a Zwift bike. This is impressive. It looks like he's done just an insane amount of records as far as endurance goes, which I'm going to give it to him. This is sick. I mean, it's probably in my mind the last thing that I want to do as an athlete, but man, that's incredible. I don't know how you pick up a girl at the bar telling her that. Like, what do you do? Like, oh, what do you do for a living? You're like, I like to run. You're like, oh, what does that mean? Like, do you run marathons? Are you like a track and field athlete? Do you do triathlons? You're like, no. I hold the world record for the person who ran the longest for 48 hours. You're like, well, why not 24? You're like, 48's the new number. I don't know if that's going to get me going. I'm impressed, but just a little confused. Is that I guess that is a Belgian athlete. Belgian flag. Thanks, Raptor. RTR. Is Chris Groglowski racing in our team? I don't know. I really have no clue who's racing on our team for world championships. I just found out that Meg's dropping out, which we feel terrible about, and I don't know. What else is new? I don't know. It's very, I guess, satisfying and boring peaking for a championship, peaking for anything, but peaking for a championship, you really pull back. Yesterday, I did that hour-and-a-half run, and today I'm probably just going to go for a run in the mountains and just kind of chill a little bit. Tomorrow, same thing. I'm going to do a double chill day. Then I'm going to spice it up a little bit on Friday. And then I go to Cole Daddy's wedding. Cole Schwartz is getting married. And I'm officiating the wedding in this hat, which is crazy. I don't know if she's going to let me wear it, but if she does, coolest wife ever. But this has been considered a great success. You guys know the deal. If you're not drinking Builder Sports, you're drinking shit. Okay? I don't want to hear it. I'm jacked up on Strength X2. Pre-Power, by the way, is back on the market, guys. Check this out. Hold on a second. Enhance. Digital team. Displaybuildersports.com. Digital team, bring up the new subs. Hold on, guys. I'm just phoning in the digital team. Oh, she's back. She's back in action, guys. Hydro looking good. Strength X2 looking good. You guys want some endurance stuff? Why don't you get on the sauce? Dude, I'm so jacked up on hybrid fuel right now. I show no mercy to my fucking enemies. Zero. This tub right here is 75 times the size of hydro. Very misleading. I'm just letting you guys know right now there'll be no room in your cabinets. None of it. But it's fucking good. It's coming to Europe soon. It's coming to Europe. Yeah, this is going to be awesome, dude. Oh, well, I'm not doing doubles, Chief. Builder does, dude. Builder makes where it's happening. I took my Strength X2 last night before bedtime, and I was like, yeah. I smashed a bench press PR the other day. I don't know what the fuck is happening, but I'm pumped. Guys, I had a good time. I know that I was a little spicy today, but I told you guys as friends that I've been tapering and I've got a lot of energy, and sometimes my emotions get away from me. And it's delicious. It's delicious, Parker. You'd know this if you had gotten some, but being that you're a non-supportive friend, I will let you suffer by yourself. Unsupportive. But yeah, Austin's in town. I'm going to go take him for a joyride in the Jeep. We're going to go down to Goodwin's Market. We are going to get souped up on the juice. And then I'm going to go run through the mountains to the gym, and I'm going to let him pump the beef. So, ladies and gentlemen, you know the deal. Oh, boss, also, you guys never really go into the show notes and make any comments afterwards to help us build up the show. You guys also never like, share, or support. I don't know what you guys do with your time. You sit here and you harass me. We have a conversation. We bond. We talk about all the good stuff. I share things that are inside of my head. And then what do you guys give me in return? Nothing. Nothing. Lightning Party Fitness doesn't even buy hybrid fuel when it comes on the market. Doesn't even. Nope. Goes to show. Just letting you guys know, your friends are only your friends when you're giving them a handout. I drink Donnie Frank. Donnie Frank is the best coffee in the entire world. Donnie Fran coffee. I personally call it Donnie Frank, but there's a lot of people that maybe know it as Don Francisco. But the vanilla nut Donnie Frank is by far the best coffee on the planet. It's like cracking a cup. It is so good. I mean, this one right here is probably cracking a cup. Cocina Cabana. Yeah, you don't want that. That's definitely laced with something. But Donnie Frank, smooth, vanilla, just tickles the tip of your tongue. It's just a flute of flavor just dancing across your taste buds. And what I do is I enhance it with a little bit of honey, and it's so good. It's so good. And I'm just letting you guys know right now that I'm next level because of it. All right, boys and girls, I'm up out of here. I'll see y'all soon. This is probably the last time I do a broadcast. Actually, no, maybe on Thursday with my brother and my dad. But I had a good time. I'll miss you guys.